Hi, my name is Caiden, and this is Newton's third law in under 3 minutes. But first, some history. Newton's third law was created by the man we all know as Sir Isaac Newton. His work on the three laws of motion were first released to the public in his Philosophia Naturalis Principia Mathematica, published to the public in 1687. Now, what is Newton's third law? Newton's third law states that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. So what does this mean? Here, let me show you an example. In this diagram, there's a picture of a man pushing against a wall. We have two main forces in action here. We have the force of the man pushing against the wall, and the force of the wall pushing back against the man to stay stable. But why is this? What would happen if the wall did not exert an equal force against the man? You see, that's theoretically impossible here. You see, no matter what you do, Newton's third law is always in action. Whether you're walking, running, biking, or even just sitting on the ground, there's always a reaction when you exert a force on the ground. The ground pushes back up on you, so without Newton's third law, you wouldn't even be able to walk or sit. Everything would just be floating around or falling. Let's go back to our old example of the man pushing against the wall. We see again our two forces. We see the applied force applied by the man and the equal and opposite reaction force applied by the wall. But what's interesting here is that there are two other forces that we do not directly see in this diagram. These two forces are the gravitational force exerted by the man standing on the ground, and the natural force, in correspondence to Newton's third law, which is the equal and opposite force exerted by the ground. But what's interesting here is that we're actually able to find the values for these two forces, knowing the man's weight. We can use the kinematics formula, which states that the force of gravity is equal to the mass of the object times the gravitational force. This will help us find what the force of gravity is, and following Newton's third law, the natural force that comes along with it. For this example, we'll see that the man's mass is 68 kilograms. Knowing our man's mass, 68 kilograms, and Earth's gravitational force, 9.8 meters per second squared, we can substitute these values into our equation. Now, multiplying our two values together, we get 666.4 newtons. This is our gravitational force, and according to Newton's third law, our natural force as well. As this discovery takes us one step forward, this revelation was the first of many.